Most of them out here with a 3-turn guide for Kairos Fate Weaver to Confederate Sarthorael the Everwatcher and start your campaign with 2 legendary lords and a good amount of gold. Like Kairos, Sarthorael is a changer of ways, a giant flying spellcasting demon lord. His faction can't be revived, so if you miss this opportunity at the start of the game, Teclis will kill him off on turn 3 and is lost forever. Turn 1, join the hero into your starting army and take out this first enemy. I won't show the entire battle, but I'm going to fight all 4 of these battles manually, and I'm going to use pretty much the exact same technique in every one. There's a bit of an incline here. You get extra damage from shooting down from height advantage. I'll make a firing line out of my blue and pink horrors and my flamer of Zeech. You can hold down control and down arrow to narrow your formation a little bit, make them a little bit more maneuverable. And my cultists will stand with them out of their line of fire, but ready to move forward as an emergency tank if needed. Then I'm going to use my mobility units, that's Kairos, my Knights of Zeech, and my Furies, to harry, distract, and slow down parts of the enemy forces in order to feed just a couple of enemy units into my firing line at a time. I use my Furies to slow down that 1 unit of Plague Bearers on the right. Make sure you pull them out before their shields go down so you don't take any casualties. These Plague Toads on the left are coming in by themselves so I can focus fire with all of my gunline, but they're coming in a little bit too quick, so I pin them with my Knights and finish them off. Keep casting with Kairos. Use Kairos and the Furies to keep harrying the main group to try to slow them down. These Nurglings on the left are nearly destroyed. They're about to hit our firing line, so charge the Knights back into the back of them. Get the Flamer to focus on their Lord, so there's a lot of single target damage. You can roll these guys around to shoot into the flank. And so just sort of distracting the enemies, basically, keeping them away from our gun line. Kairos can tank a little bit. The Nurgle units are quite slow. Hopefully you can mainly just sort of distract them with your mobility units and feed them 1 or 2 at a time to your ranged without having to tank on your shields for long periods of time. Next, you'll attack Lost Palace. Fight the battle using the same strategy, try not to take any casualties. After the battle, you want to sack the Lost Palace. Put yourself into channeling stance, get a little bit of extra winds of magic, and then just move over to about here. Once you give Kairos Force Marcher, you'll be able to move a little bit further. At this point, use the Shriveners of Insanity manifestation. That'll give him 125 Grimoires per turn for 2 turns. And after that, you'll get 20% extra Grimoires per battle. Then before you end the turn, you just want to go into Diplomacy and give Sarthorael a large gift and a medium gift. And enter. Turn 2, attack Lost Palace again. I'm going to fight it manually again just to make sure that we take minimal casualties, just using the exact same strategy that you used in the first 2 battles. After the battle, just sack the settlement again and then move him off towards the east. Make sure he crosses the border out of Lost Palace region. Use the changing of the ways. Transfer settlement, Lost Palace. I'm going to give it to Sarthorael's Watchers. It's important that you give this settlement to Sarthorael on turn 2, otherwise Teclis will wipe out Sarthorael. On turn 3, attack Vololtrax, fight the battle manually again for minimal casualties, then sack it and then occupy it. Next, go into Diplomacy with Sarthorael and sell him Vololtrax. That'll give you gold and a relationship boost. Then declare war on him and his relation should go up a little. Because he's just been crushed by Teclis, he'll want to get out of that war straight away. So then you just make peace with him. His relations will jump up again, and then you just Confederate. That gives you Sarthorael the Everwatcher. Play on with your Kairos campaign from there, but you'll have 2 flying Greater Demon spellcasters instead of just 1.